Well, hey there, neighbor. It's me, Angie. Well, this is the neighborhood chat. It's coming to you early. Now, it'll probably be put out on Wednesday because today's Monday. I don't know why it just came to me this morning. All these thoughts just kept going through my head, and I said, this is the neighborhood chat for the week. But normally I don't do it till Thursday, and the topic usually either comes to me the moment I turn the camera on or a few minutes before. But this topic just came to me today, and I was meditating on it, and I said, this is the neighborhood chat. Anyway, welcome in. Welcome to my home. You're always welcome here. Pull on into the driveway. Come on up under the carport. The picnic table is still here. James hadn't had help to move it. He can't pick it up by himself. Also, we have my refrigerator over here. I just stocked it with Gatorade, water, because when our garbage is picked up, our garbage guys come under our carport and get them some Gatorade or some water because we don't want them to overheat. So they'll come up under our carport and get them some water or Gatorade. So it always stays pretty stocked. You can go in the house. Actually, James is cooking a ham today. We have a lot of snacks. Not for me, of course, but for you. So just go on in there in the refrigerator, pick your drink out, whatever you want, and come on back out here because actually, this one's going to be tough. It's been tough on me because I've had to listen to it in my mind before I shared it with you. Now, I thought we've had some tough conversations, but this one's going to be tough. Now, some of you may not even watch me again after this conversation. I don't know. I hope you will because I'm bringing it to you in love because I've had to learn what I'm thinking before I even share it with you. I had to check myself. Sometimes we have to check ourselves and make sure that we're doing the right thing. Because if we don't check ourselves, we will go off and just be whatever and do whatever and hurt people and say ugly things and be ugly, and we don't care. And I know I've been talking about probably basically the same thing for a couple of neighborhood chats, but you know what? Sometimes we just need to hear it. So the title of our neighborhood chat this week is, who do we think we are? I mean, really, who do we think we are? First of all, we all bleed red. I mean, when we cut ourselves, it's red. We all were conceived and born, and a lot of us has been through a lot of things, but we act like we're up here and other people are down here and we're better than they are, and we have more than they have, and we just have this attitude of you don't like the way the person looks, you don't like the way the person acts, you don't like the way the person presents themselves on their videos or what they say. Okay, you don't. You don't have to voice it. You don't have to tell it. You don't have to get in a circle of friends and discuss what all you have and what all you've gotten and what all you have accomplished. I mean, I've had a YouTube person that I know went to this prestigious college and bragged about it constantly, but never had a job. I mean, they acted like they had a job in the past, but they don't have a job now. So what does that prove? I also know a man that couldn't read or write and owns a company. Now, which one is better? The person that went to the uppity college, or the person that couldn't read or write and can run a company and he's a millionaire? And this one that went to a prestigious college don't even work and is on YouTube What does that prove? So just because you have this fine degree and you went to a prestigious college, that doesn't mean anything if you don't use it. And it's like we always told our children. Somebody that makes $30,000 a year and only pays out $10,000 is better off than someone that makes $300,000 and pays out $299,000. But I mean, the person that makes $30,000 is better off and probably more happier because they're not under the stress of trying to pay everything that the $299,000 person owes. Now, I learned this at the bank. There was this little man that would always come in every week to not cash a check, he had cash. He dealt with cash. He only dealt in cash. And he would bring his little cash and he would deposit it in the bank. Now, when he walked in, if you didn't work in the bank, you didn't know that this man had hundreds of thousands of dollars in his account. Everybody else looking around would have thought, this man does not have a dime to his name. But he did. And he did not care who thought that he didn't have anything. He was not worried about it in the least. Then you have these people that walk in that are dressed to the T, the earrings, their hair done, their nails done, these name brand clothes, a purse that costs $250, and they were in the overdraft wanting to know if you could help them not have to pay so many overdraft fees. Or they were in so much debt that they couldn't see the light of day, they couldn't sleep at night. And they would tell you, I'm not sleeping good, I got to get out of all this debt. But to the world, it looked like they had it all. Fine cars, everything. But really they didn't. It's called debt to income. They had more going out than they had coming in. So my message to you is don't judge people by the way they look, because you're never going to guess it unless you know them personally. And then again, of course, you have those people that are manipulators and will try to make you think that they don't have anything, and maybe they truly don't. But then again, we don't need to know that, do we? I don't want to come on here and tell you, okay, James and I are in X amount of debt and we need you to help us pay our bills. You don't need to know that. You don't need to know my financial situation. I don't need to know yours. Now, if you make friends with somebody on YouTube and you're close with them and you want to share that, that's fine. But not someone that just goes around and tells everybody that, I'm in need of this or I'm in need of that. But here's the thing, don't always look down on somebody that don't have as much as you do. They're walking down the same road you're walking down, and you can find yourself in that same situation one day without anything. This job that you have could be gone tomorrow. And if you live off Social Security because you're retired, the government could wake up in the morning and say, we're done. We're not sending out any more checks. And there's nothing you can do about it. And the money that you worked hard your whole life to put in that treasury is gone and you can't even get it. So we don't know what's going to happen from day to day. And you know what? I wish I had money worries, because I'd rather have money worries over health issues. If somebody said, Angie, you could have your health back, but you would be in debt and you would have to go back to work and work. Hands down, I'd do it in a minute. You don't know until you have health problems how bad it can get. And just because you have money problems is not the end of the world, because somehow or another you got there. But that doesn't mean you can't get out. But it's not for everybody to get you out of it. Especially people on YouTube that you don't even know. It's not their responsibility to get you out of whatever situation you're in. And why tell them? I mean, you could just do it behind, if you're really close to the person on YouTube, you can do it behind the scenes. Other people don't have to know it. And I know that I'm saying this over and over again, but no one's better than anyone. We're all striving for the same thing, at least I hope we are, to try to be better people, better citizens, trying to get along with one another. And oh my gosh, this mean girl thing, I mean, we're not in high school anymore. Where is that coming from? I went to school with mean girls, didn't like them then, and don't like them now. I mean, why would you get a group of women on YouTube and be mean to somebody? That is not even what YouTube is about. YouTube is about having a channel, making videos, doing a vlog, people that do casinos, do the slot machine, people that do the dumpster diving, people that pick up scrap metal, people that do the auctions. You know, it's about things like that. It's not about being mean to each other. I mean, why? Why is that important? Why do you want to do that? Does that make you feel good? That you can think you're better than somebody? What is better than somebody? I mean, what constitutes better than somebody? I don't really know the rules on that. If somebody could please put that down in the comment, I would appreciate it. But there has to be kindness, love, forgiveness. I mean, if you don't have that, how do you wake up in the morning? I don't understand how people wake up angry, wake up mad at the world, wake up wanting to be mad at somebody, mean to somebody, judging somebody. Because, you know, karma, even if you don't believe and you're not a Christian and you don't believe in God, because whatever you do, it's going to come back to you. Whether you do something good or you do something bad, it's going to come back. You know, you're going to have to pay the consequences. It's either good consequences or it's bad consequences as far as Christianity is concerned. But even if you don't believe in that, karma, you're not above karma. You know, some people believe in karma. And if karma don't get you, guess what it gets? It gets your children. It gets your grandchildren. It might not necessarily get you, but you don't get away with anything. You will have to answer for what you do. Now, whether you believe that or not, it's okay. We can agree to disagree like we do on most, some cases. It's not going to hurt my feelings if you don't agree with me. We can still care about each other, and I still love you. We don't have to agree. But when you see somebody on YouTube, there's no law that says you have to like that person. Like and love is two different things. Some people think, well, if I don't like them, I can't love them. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You don't have to like them the way somebody acts, but you can love them. And you say, Angie, how in the world is that possible? Because you can love mankind and the people in it. The people in the world. You can love them. You can love them to the point where you don't want anything bad to happen to them. You want them to not have to go through anything and suffer. You don't wish harm on them. I'm not saying be in love with them. I'm just saying don't wish them any ill feelings. But you don't have to like someone and like everybody. You can just have acquaintances. You don't even have to, you have a scale. You have acquaintances, then you have people you like, you have people you love, you have people that you're in love with. You have different categories. You don't have to put everybody in the same category. When you talk about somebody, and if somebody's talking about somebody 9 times out of 10, they're talking about you too. You ever heard that saying? We need to lift each other up and talk about each other in a positive way. About how we care about each other. How can I help you? Now, you don't need to let anybody take advantage of you, because I know that's a lot going on YouTube. people being deceptive and other people being taken advantage of because they are Christians and they're heartfelt and they say, oh, well, we need to help this person. But then again, that person don't want to help themselves. Problem. Because that person needs to help themselves. I mean, we have our own family and our own people that we need to take care of before we need to take care of a total stranger on YouTube that we don't even know, if they're really telling the truth or not. I don't care how close you get to somebody, until you get to know them and know them well, and you can discern whether they're true or not. There's the train. I love the train. Oh, I'm just telling you, who do we think we are that we are above anybody else? Now, no matter how much education we have, no matter how much education we don't have, no matter what kind of house we live in. I mean, I think about this lady that used to come in the library, and she was an attorney. She had really bad crippling arthritis. I mean, it was really, really bad. And you could tell she was in pain a lot. Her name was Melinda. Is Melinda. She wore clothes that was so loose on her, I guess because she couldn't stand them touching her because her arthritis was so bad. She wore men's house shoes because her feet hurt so bad. And at the time I was befriending her and becoming her friend, I wasn't like this and I didn't know what it felt like to be in pain every day. But my heart still went out to her because nobody wanted to talk to her because she didn't look the greatest. She sure didn't dress like an attorney. Even the judge that she went before at our local courthouse told her when she stood up before him, Melinda, if you can't respect this court, I'm going to turn my chair around because if you can't dress any better than that, I'm not going to face you. That's how bad this lady dressed, but she was an attorney. Now, she went to school and she got that education. But still, what did that mean? At the end of the day, what does it mean that you have more education? I have a college degree. My children have a college degree. That was the choices we made. James doesn't. James doesn't have a college degree. What does that piece of paper do but only allow you to get a better job or get ahead in what you want to have? You shouldn't ever look down on anybody else because they had to go to work straight out of high school. I did. I didn't get college until I was married. I didn't get to go. People that don't have enough learning as far as how to present themselves with their manners or with the way they speak. You know, some people wasn't brought up to speak proper, or maybe they couldn't learn, or maybe they were from a family that just didn't care about how they spoke and what their words were. Why do you want to put those people down? They're just as human as you are. And when you get up there, if you believe in heaven, guess what? You're going to be with them. You're going to be with every nationality, every type of person in the world. So why are you shutting them down? I mean, people are people. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The people that really I have to work on, me adjusting to accepting and really saying, Lord, I want to love these people. I really do. And I do love them, but I want to accept them, are the ones that think that they're entitled, that everything should be given to them, that they should be taken care of, they shouldn't have to work. That's the ones that irritate me. Now, being irritated and not loving them is two different things. I have a lot of pet peeves when it comes to that because I can't comprehend somebody that doesn't want to get out and make a living for themselves. It brings so much confidence to you, such a good feeling that you're making your own money. I mean, think about it now. When somebody's giving you something, that well's going to dry up sooner or later. But if you're working, you're going to continue to get income. But eventually that person's going to find out that you're using them, and that well's going to dry up. And most people go on to another well and try to get money over there and do what they're going to do. Now that is a pet peeve of mine. But that doesn't mean that I don't love that person. Because I pray that that person would quit deceiving people. Then you have the gossipers. Yeah. They have an opinion about everything. They want to talk about everybody. They want to correct everybody. They want to say what's wrong. They want to do this. They want to do that. And they never do anything for themselves. They see no wrong in what they're doing. But they can quickly see what everybody else is doing. Now, I know this is not a good subject. I've had to listen to it before you even heard it. People, we've got to get it straight. We have got to learn to live together and care about each other. Sincerely care about each other. And this shunning, I mean, I know the Amish people shun, each other because that's in their belief system or whatever. But for us to shun people, who do we think we are shunning somebody? You better watch out because you're going to end up being shunned yourself. And it's not going to feel good. Just because you you look nice and someone else doesn't, what gives you the advantage? Just because you can speak eloquently, just because you can do certain things, what makes you better? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because when you strip it all down, we're all human. And we all make mistakes. And we all say things we don't mean to say, or say things we do mean to say. Ugly things. Some people set out to just hurt some people. I don't really get that. Now, I'm not saying don't defend yourself when somebody attacks you. Because for every action, there's a reaction. Now, you have to understand that. When you attack somebody, they have a right to come back and react to what you say to them. Just remember that. And neighbor, I know this one has been hard because it's been hard on me. But we have got to learn to love each other. And some people just don't know how to do it. Because if we really loved and cared about each other, we wouldn't have these little cliques and mean girls and people that talked about each other, people that tried to put people down. I mean, here I go again. If you don't want to be around somebody and you don't think your personalities go well with each other, don't go around them. I mean, don't really go to their channel. Don't even express yourself. Just say, oh, Lord, help me. Help me understand them. Help me understand them. Because I'm a firm believer that everybody can't like everybody. That's too big of a responsibility, if you ask me. If everybody liked everybody, that responsibility would be huge. But y'all know I love y'all. And there's nothing y'all can do about it. And I know some of you are going to be so angry with me by bringing this message, and you're going to have an opinion about it. I know that. I already know. But I can handle it. I'm a big girl. I can tote it. But that doesn't mean I'm going to love you any less. Because I do. I really do. So neighbor, that's been the Neighborhood Chat. Like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so you'll know the next time I'm coming to you with the Neighborhood Chat. Who knows what the next one is going to be. And remember, we only have one life to live. Why don't we just get along with each other and quit trying to I don't know what kind of ladder we're climbing, and we're stepping all over each other trying to get to the top. I haven't found the ladder. I don't know where it is. We're all on the same playing field, equal playing field. You can believe that or not, but when we get up there, all this is not going to matter. It's not going to matter at all. All right, neighbor. Bye.